So this is part 2 on why I had to get my BBL surgically removed. So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit-down ear was stinking real bad.
So, as someone who literally works in plastic surgery post-op care, if your BBL is stinking a year into the process, you might have something. I don't think that's your butt. I think it's a wound.
Your BBL doesn't stink, boo. There's something dead living inside you.
There's a woman on TikTok that is talking about how she had to have her BBL removed because it stunk. She said it smelled like raw flesh.
We are still going to be talking about BBL in today's video. Today's video, we're going to be looking at BBL from a very different angle. In one of my BBL videos, someone made mention of the fact that BBL smells. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at a woman with real life testimony of why she had to take out her BBL because it had a really foul odor. Now, this lady posted this video without knowing that she was going to get backlash from women that have had BBLs done. People even went as far as reporting her video on TikTok, and the part 1 of her video got deleted. Luckily for all of us, she made 5 other parts of that video, so that's what we're going to be looking at in today's video. Now, without wasting too much time, let's get right into it.
So this is part 2 on why I had to get my BBL surgically removed. So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit-down ear was stinking real bad. And it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume. Because when I would use public restrooms, it would stink so bad and the smell would linger. It was like an embarrassment. I didn't want to come out the bathroom with it smelling like that and someone else was waiting at the door. When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it. I'm in denial, like, no, you're hating, you're mad, I got a BBL. It was the truth. It got to the point to where I would be washing my laundry, weekly, like I've been doing before I got the BBL. When I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that raw eating flesh. I really was like, so this one day, me and my boyfriend, we getting ready, to do something.
Let's quickly get right into the part 3.
Part 3 on how I got my BBL surgically removed because my sit-down one was stinking real bad. So I deleted part 1 because there were so many people in the comments talking shit how y'all are doing now. So I deleted part 1 and I made part 2 because there was some people in the comments that wanted to know more. BBL stink, do you hear me? And it's not coming from the vagina or the beehole. It's coming from the incisions that they cut to inject the fluid and the fat in your butt, okay? There's people in the comments saying, oh, you wasn't washing up right. Come on, let's be real. It's coming out of the incision. It fucking stink. I don't care what y'all say. It stink. And if it's not healing properly and your body is rejecting it, the hole will remain open and the drainage will continue to come out and stink up your linen, stink up your underwear, stink up everything, okay? Now, my BBL been removed for the past 4 years. Only had it in for about a year until it was stinking so bad I couldn't take it no more. I don't know if y'all wanted me to get on here and say BBL smell good, but they fucking stink. Stay away from them.
The part 1 of the video was deleted by her because of how people were coming at her in the comments. Well, luckily for us, we have other parts to look at, so let's get right into it.
So this one day, me and my boyfriend, we getting ready, to do something. So first, let me say, my boyfriend at the time did not want me to get the procedure done, but I insisted. Me and my sister went to get the procedure done together. And before I got the procedure done, I joined a group on Facebook. It was like a support group, different women that got it, that's in relationships, just for, to talk about it. So a lot of women in the group was pretty much saying, when you get it, your boyfriend is going to be jealous, so just keep it out on that. So when he was telling me it was smelly down there, I was going to the group saying, he's saying it's smelly down there. They was basically telling me to ignore him. He's jealous, but he'll eventually come around. So me and my sister got the procedure done at the same time. So at first, mans was healing up good. It was healing normal. So was my sister's. And I would ask her, is you healing well? She would tell me, yeah. I was healing well maybe the first 6 to 7 weeks. But after that, it kept on leaking and kept on draining. I was asking my sister how hers was doing. She said she was not leaking or draining. Mines would close up, but then like a day or two later, it would start leaking again. So I used to put gauze and dressings on it to support the leakage while I may have been outside or out and about. So that's why I had it for a year with the leakage, because there would be points that it would close up, or I would think it was closed up fully, but it wasn't. So one day me and my boyfriend was about to do something, and he just was like, I cannot take the smell anymore. And he broke up with me and he left. And that was pretty much that. But he was telling me for months. But me listening to the women in a group thinking they knew what they was talking about, it kind of messed everything up for me. It even got to the point I was wearing jeans in the summertime because it was an embarrassment even looking at it. I'm going to upload the picture right here.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I really don't know how to even feel about this. And this just goes to show you that body types are different. With that in mind, you should ask yourself, at surgeries like this, what's it like? You don't know how your body is going to react to it. So, like, do you rather just go with the probability of whether your body is going to accept it or even reject it? But yes, let's get right into the next video.
Hey y'all, I just want to hop on here real quick, clear up some confusion, and answer a few frequently asked questions. When I said all BBLs stink, what I should have said was, if your body rejects the procedure and your scars are not healing, it do have a smell. There's a lot of women in my comments saying, oh, I had a BBL and my BBL don't smell. The fact of the matter is, immediately after procedure, when you're experiencing the drainage do have a smell. So if your body rejects the procedure and it's the constant leaking and unhealed scars, yes, it's going to smell, and that's just facts. And of course, everyone's body is different and everyone's body reacts to the procedure differently. So I was speaking on my experience from my point of view that my body rejected the procedure, and with the constant leakage and drainage, it smelled horrible. Even with me covering the scars with, different dressings to try to soak up the leakage, with it being constant like that, it gives off a horrible smell. And I also have several women in my inbox sharing their story. Something similar happened to them also. And if they are comfortable with me sharing their story with y'all, I will. I'm just here to tell my story, if that makes any sense.
I really appreciate this lady for even summarizing up the courage to talk about something as embarrassing as this. Because, I mean, it only takes someone with a lot of courage to do this, like just putting this story out there. And when she did that, a lot of people that were experiencing similar things were reaching out to her in her inbox, like she said. But yes, let's keep going.
I wasn't expecting my video to blow up like it did, but I have a lot of women angry with me. They are reporting me. They're commenting nasty things. I'm just about to delete everything and go about my business, because when I say this is crazy, It's like they removed the sound from my other video. I wasn't saying anything, but I guess I did not fit their narrative. They're not happy about my experience. That's pretty much what I was saying. They denied that. They said they're not putting my sound back up. So the crazy part is so many women pissed off at me. I don't even know who to start to block so they could start reporting me. They're just coming at a rapid pace. So I'm done, y'all. I'm just like, I didn't know people was going to get mad like this. I just thought I was sharing experience, but I'm done. This BBL trap don't play.
This thing she said is so true. I get comments too in my videos like, why am I talking against BBL? It's not all BBLs that are bad. I can honestly relate to what she's saying. The point still remains that we're going to say the truth regardless. Personally, I think BBL is something that should not even be considered. Considering these factors, considering how risky it is, we've seen stories of people losing their lives. We've seen stories of people losing the ability to walk again. We've seen stories of people just having it real bad. And in my mind, I'm like, is this procedure worth it, knowing all this? But yes, there are still people that are going to come in the comment section saying things like, mind your business, don't talk about it, this and that and this. But I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day.
So, as someone who literally works in plastic surgery post-op care, I be around a lot of BBLs. If your BBL is stinking a year into the process, you might have some, like, I don't think that's your butt. I think it's a wound. It could be your cooch. I don't think it's the BBL itself. It might be a wound or one of the holes. To which I would say go to your nearest hospital immediately because it's probably rotting for whatever reason. After a BBL, though, I will say the smells are not that pleasant for a multitude of reasons that I'll list out for you. First of all, when you get liposuction, they stick that needle in there. That looked like I was doing something else just now. And when they're sucking that fat out of you, your skin is disconnected from the muscle. And the reason it's important that you get your massages, lymphatic massages, 6 months, you really should get them for at least 6 months after your surgery, is because your skin needs to heal and heal back onto the muscle. And you want it to heal flat and not have that like bumpy look that, on someone's stomach. We all know the look I'm talking about. But while it's healing, fluid swells up because you swell. So with the lymphatic drainage for the first couple of days, your holes will still be open. There'll be some doctors choose to drain with tubes. Because if that tube gets yanked or that shit can hurt, just let it drain out. But it's not gonna smell good because it's literally pus and blood and shit from your body. It's disgusting. Another reason it stinks is because you're in a faja. You're compressed because we don't want you to swell, right? Because it's healing. And what your body's going to do if it's not compressed, it will expand. You're supposed to stay in that faja for days, right? So what happens is you got all that pus and bullshit coming out that already doesn't smell great. You're in the same faja 4 days a lot of times. You're sweating and you have your natural must. And you have a lot of smells mixing together. As someone who has done lymphatic massages, I can tell y'all, it doesn't smell great. The girls don't smell great fresh off the table. It's really nothing you can do. Oh, and I forgot this part. You still have to shit, right? You still have to shit. You still have to shit. And your butt is kind of hard, still swollen from all that freshly injected fat. And it's been sitting in a faja. And you now have, you're a part of the club now. You have 17 miles of ass crack. And you cannot necessarily clean yourself as good as you be used to. Because you're not like taking full on showers. You're not doing that 48 hours post-op. Oh, and I forgot this. You still have to pee. Usually, the girls have the urinals or like the cups that they pee in, and you might get a little driblet. You can't fully squat and pee like Pocahontas. I'm sorry if that wasn't politically correct. That's what they called it at Girl Scout camp, which might have been problematic to begin with. You just can't squat and pee in that. It how you know kind of have to be bent and hunched over. Again, this faja hasn't been cleaned, so it has doo 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 niblets, driblets of pee, pus coming out of you, and you're in that faja for like 3 days, 4 days. They take it off and put it right back on. That's what y'all are smelling. Now, that smells horrible, yes. But if you're still smelling like that 6 months post-op, you need to go to the emergency room.
Exactly, because the lady is letting us know that she was still smelling even after a year from her BBL surgery. So this has nothing to do with the whole recovery process, pus coming out during the first 48 hours post surgery or 72 hours post surgery. This is like a whole year after her surgery, and she was still smelling. Now that needed an emergency act. That must have been really hard. But then again, I like that the story is out there. Just in case anybody's thinking about it, think twice.
I had to go and rewatch the story about the creator telling us that her sit down air stunk after her BBL, because I think I missed the part where she told us that everybody's BBL air stunk. Because the way that the people are commenting in the comments is really giving, if your shit stank, then your shit stank. But she came to tell us about her experience and why she got her BBL removed. A lot of you will walk around and still allow your shit to stink just because you want the effect of having a BBL. But not only is your sit down and trailing air stinky, your legs too little and your hips too big. Now, of course, she wants to delete her story time because it's getting a lot of backlash, and she says she doesn't know who to block. Regular people reporting your shit. Doctors are reporting your shit because now you're potentially messing with their money. Everyone's healing journey and recovery process is going to be different. Also, if you don't take care of yourself before surgery and after surgery, it's going to play a huge part in your recovery process. There are some women right now, clearest thing that's going to come in or out of their body is their spit. But you're expecting to be healed in 3 to 6 months. Ain't drank no water, ain't ate no fruit. So even though odor can be natural during the healing process, your body can't do what it's supposed to do if you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
I think this lady has a point. We did hear the lady talking about her experience saying she doesn't know who to block, like everybody's just reporting her and all whatnot. This lady here pointed out that doctors are reporting it, regular people are reporting it. Basically, people that are into that field basically are the ones like reporting it, because now you're talking about it and you're creating awareness, and some people are going to be afraid to get them done. So maybe those are the people blocking it. I mean, I don't know. But left for me, I won't even think about it to even start with like making it an option. People are still going to do what they want to do.
She said that her sit-down air smelled so bad after getting a BBL that her boyfriend left her, y'all. So the girl starts out by saying that she's always heard that BBLs have a smell, but she thought that was either women not wiping themselves right or that people were just being funny, talking smack about girls who could get the surgery and they couldn't. So she said when she would notice after a while when she would sit down, a smell started coming up that was so rotten and so bad that she had to carry around air freshener and perfume to cover up the smell. And she said after a while her boyfriend couldn't take it anymore. He ended up leaving her, y'all. And she had to go back to the surgeon to get it removed to get rid of that smell. So I've always heard about people who get the fat transfer and that the fat cells die, and that's that rotting smell because their body's rejecting it. But I watched a lot of other videos of women who said they got a BBL as well, and they said that that same thing happened to them with their bodies rejecting it. So just be careful, y'all. Do y'all research before y'all go get these surgeries, because at the end of the day, they're still medical procedures. It's not just a quick, easy fix to cover up something that you don't like.
Exactly, that's so true.
Y'all see the story time with a lady saying that she had to remove her BBL because her sit down earth stinked? And that's not to be shady, no shade. But she was getting a lot of backlash from a lot of people that got BBLs, and they was just like, you probably ain't know how to wash out. That ain't had nothing to do with washing your ass. I mean, a lot of y'all wanted bigger asses that ain't know how to properly wash the ass that you got. So I mean, it could be coming from your ass and the incisions, but it's not even coming from washing your ass. That'd be just like an additional stench. It's coming from the incisions from the surgery. Everybody's body is not reactive in the same way. If you did do your research, which I hope y'all did, It stated that that's a natural healing process of like fluid discharge, inflammation. It could possibly be a bacterial infection as well. But to sit up there and just be in full-fledged denial, and me personally, I done heard niggas say that shit stink. Like the ass be nice, but the smell, you gotta think twice. No shade. So to be clowning her because she came out and told her truth. And my thing is, this was what she said happened with her. She didn't say that all BBLs, you're going to have a stench or it's thing. This is what's her story. This is her truth. So y'all even coming up saying something like, oh, you must have didn't wash your ass. That goes to show that you in denial about your own stench when you sit your ass down.
No shade. I mean, I don't mean to laugh at this lady. But this particular lady is so funny. But yeah, I've never been around anybody that has got BBL done. I don't know how the whole thing is, except from what I see on social media, like how people are losing their lives, losing their legs from getting BBL. I feel like that's enough to let me come to the conclusion that BBL is not good. That's me. If you're all about it, good for you. But at the end of the day, like all these things coming from BBL, it's just so crazy. And do people actually know these things about BBL and are still getting them done? Because I'm here hearing all these stories and I'm more scared about BBL now.
There's a woman on TikTok that is talking about how she had to have her BBL removed because it stunk. She said it smelled like raw flesh and that she said the smell was horrible. And so she made a 3-part series on getting her BBL removed because of the smell. And the crazy thing is that BBL smell is a real thing, or BBL wind. And so before she made this video, so many men has come out and say BBL stink, you guys. It's crazy. Like, you can look on TikTok why BBL smell, and that is a real thing. But she said she made a video today or yesterday saying like so many people was reporting her video, but her BBL really was stinking. Like, she was like, the BBL girls are mad. But TikTok did put her video back up. She is back being monetized off that video and the sound is back available. She's like, they kept reporting that video. But I guess BBL wind or BBL smell really is a thing. She said it smells like raw flesh, like, ugh. But a lot of men, I'm telling you, you can go back years on TikTok. A lot of men says BBL smell.
I mean, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Like, it's really not worth it. Come on, let's be frank. Let's be honest with ourselves. It is really not worth it.
The video of the woman explaining why she had to remove her BBL because she said she had sit down air that was smelling up the whole room. She said if she used the bathroom in public, she had to have air freshener on her because the smell was so wild that she didn't want anybody else to walk in there. She even lost her boyfriend because of that, because he was saying the smell was too much. He wasn't able to stomach it, basically. And I'm sitting here like, this is actually something that could happen to people who have BBLs. And there's a lot of people in the comment trying to explain to her that it might have been necrotic tissue, I believe. But she's going on to say, yeah, she had to get it removed because she could not stand the smell herself. And there are a lot of people in the comments also saying that some people end up with their BBLs smelling a certain way even for years later. I had no clue about this. I am not in close proximity of those who have BBLs, so I don't know what your experience is, but do you have experience with people like this, or do you have a BBL yourself and can say this is a thing? Or is it just a surgery gone wrong? Which one is it?
Whether it's a surgery gone wrong or just a thing, it should be enough to get you to change your mind from getting the surgery. Because why would you want to get surgery knowing that it may or may not stink?
Your BBL doesn't stink, boo. There's something dead living inside you. Whenever you go have like any type of surgery procedures, anything like lipo, BBL, and I'm speaking in my own personal experience because I'm actually a nurse and I actually had BBL lipo 360 a year ago. I've never come across those problems where I smelled like rotten flesh. I know what smell y'all talking about, and when the first couple of days after having a BBL, you do smell like blood, and you do smell like almost like after you had a baby. You know that after you had a baby, like that placenta smell? So yes, that is correct. You do smell like that for a couple of days. up until the bleeding stop. Once that bleeding stop, you no longer have no type of smell coming from your BBL, your incisions, anything like that. So at that point, that means that your raw ASS that smells like that. You clearly not washing up correctly. And if you're a year post-op and you still stink and there's still some type of raw flesh type of blood smell, and y'all know what smell I'm talking about, especially the girlies that's in healthcare. We smell that type of smell every day. That means that you have something necrotic. There's something dying in your body. Whether it's maybe you have like some type of fibrosis, maybe you have some type of infection, maybe you just didn't heal properly the way you were supposed to heal because you weren't taking care of yourself, and you didn't get all of your massages properly like you were supposed to do. Whatever the case may be, y'all need to stop this stigma with trying to say all BBLs stink, because baby, my walk by air is fresh. Y'all need to stop going to get these surgeries done without going and actually doing your research on aftercare. Like, y'all go and get these surgeries and y'all not taking care of yourselves, and then y'all go and get the biggest butt possible. Nobody told y'all to go get the biggest ginormous hippopotamus ass, and now it's contracting all of this BV all up in there because you can't properly clean it. Like, y'all, come on now. Y'all need to go get checked and make sure y'all coochie is right, because it's probably got something to do with that. It's not just the butt, it's the coochie too. Like, there's no way in hell you're a year post-op and you still stink. You got an infection, something is dying, go handle that.
If I hadn't done a video about BBL and seen that somebody actually said BBL stink, I wouldn't have believed this lady, but I believe her 100%. She's right when she said lots of bodies heal differently. Her body was rejecting the fat injected in her body, hence why it was just moving out and stinking, because it's just like dead cells, right? When something is dead, it tends to smell so awful. Looking at it this way, I'm convinced that some people are actually experiencing this smell, and I feel like the earlier they talk about it, the better for them, because this is a state of emergency, if you ask me. Nobody should have a surgery that should still be stinking after 1 year. Get it checked. But yes, I'm really proud of this lady for coming out here to share her story. Like I said earlier, she is so strong. When you look at it, you're like, you made the decision to get it done. Yeah, maybe she didn't know it would go south like this. Like she said, she's gotten it removed for 4 years, so obviously she's good now, right? She's so good. And just letting other people know that these things happen and you should think twice before even getting this procedure done. But yes, guys, let me know what you all think. I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all really enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.